Good morning, and thank you so much for clicking on my video. My YouTube channel is called Aviation Alphabet Soup. This is my first attempt at doing anything on YouTube other than watching capybara videos or cat videos. No, honestly, I watch a lot of aviation stuff as well on YouTube, and you guys know there's a lot of stuff available. There's some videos that are kind of doing the same thing I'm trying to do. By my channel title, Aviation Alphabet Soup, I thought that was clever, right? Because if you're in aviation, whether you are brand new or you've been here a while and you're getting ready maybe to take your ICAO English proficiency exam, you know how confusing aviation can be with the acronyms and the abbreviations and all the technical terminology, all the words we use. Even when English is your native tongue, it's your first language, it can be overwhelming. If you're learning English as your second or maybe even your third language, it requires a lot of effort. And that's what I want to help with. Now, if you are solid on your English and you just need the repetition of hearing someone discuss aviation, I've kept that in mind too. And I'm going to use all 26 letters in our alphabet, right? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Fox, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Sierra, Tango, Uniform, Victor, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, and Zulu. All 26 letters. You can see on my board, this is pretty much how my setup's going to be. All A's. You know, there's probably 1,000 words in aviation that begin with A that I could have picked. I just went with, honestly, a couple of words that are my favorite, and then some basic terminology. Some of the stuff we look at just the definition, and then others of it we can, elaborate a little bit easier, maybe discuss a little bit of theory, if it's something that I feel, warrants more explanation, or it's something I just like, right? When we get to ATIS and ARM as well, I love weight and balance, so I talk a little bit more about ARM. They're just choices though, and I may. Right now I've got it all set up for one video about A, about Alpha. I may make more. But the goal, right, is to just sort of chat about aviation so that if you want to listen, put your headphones in, not even necessarily look at your phone, that's cool. I will periodically show some pretty cool stuff. And I've also figured out that I'm going to do a couple of different segments to have more supernumerary information, extra stuff. Bottom line, I love aviation. My name is Emily, and I am an aviation professional. I work for a company in the United States. It doesn't matter who they are, but I am an instructor by trade. And so I don't know everything, right? But I do know what resource materials to find the information we need and answers to questions that you may have. A good aviator doesn't know everything. We know that it is actually not good practice to memorize too many things. For testing, sure, you want to take your ATPL, you better get in there and memorize the book. But in the real world, it is far better to know what resource that your information is stored in for you. And I'm going to help you with that too. The FAA has an amazing library of free, I repeat, free reference material, and all you ever have to do is get on the FAA website, download PDFs if you want them, view PDFs if you want them, or even actually buy their documents. I personally have all their books. It doesn't really cost that much, and because I am an instructor, I like having the hard copy. But we'll use all that kind of stuff, and I'll show you where. Some of the videos I will actually read to you if you want to follow along in a periodical that you have, just so that you hear my words, hear how I pronounce, when we will talk about ideas and concepts and things that are cool, or at least I hope to. For this video today, the most important part is to address the ICAO Level 4 English. We know that ICAO, that's the International Civil Aviation Organization, they are essentially the global overlord, right? They give us regulatory guidance, and they give us best practices, and every nation that is an ICAO member state then takes that guidance, and they must always meet it or exceed it when they then develop their own regs that we as aviators have to operate within. The ICAO Level 4 English test, absolutely no different. You can tell I'm American, right? English is my first language. So for me, not an issue. I do, though, know what it is to try to learn other languages. Everybody in America speaks a little bit of Spanish. Spanish, not that easy. I speak a little bit of French, not that easy. And I have recently been, probably for the last year, working on Chinese. It's super hard. Oh my gosh. So I feel ya, right? When you're trying to learn the English. I'm not going to be tested on any of those other languages. You know, I'm doing it for fun and for communication ability. You will be tested on your English, right? And so ICAO sets out that there are 6 core areas that you've got to meet, right? Pronunciation, structure, your vocabulary. How many English words do you have in your, your database? Fluency. How well do you speak? What kind of pace can you speak at? Comprehension. When I talk to you, do you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, being able to interact in English. Essentially, we know, bottom line, for pilots specifically, it is our communication with ATC, air traffic control, dispatchers as well, and then operational members too. We all have to be able to communicate in English dependent on what the scenario is. But for pilots, aviation safety rides on it. We must be able to communicate clearly, efficiently, and exactly in English in order to maintain the highest level of safety possible. That's it. Safety, safety, safety. You will get used to hearing me say that. It is the bottom line. Without safety, aviation isn't very good. It just isn't. And so in the United States, right, for us, the way we test, we take the ICAO Level 4 structure, and then we build our own program. And it is just the Aviation English Language Standard. And it is in what we call an advisory circular, right? An AC, Alpha Charlie. And it is 60-28B, Bravo. 60-28 Bravo. And then it is the FAA spelling out precisely what instructors such as myself must be able to put a little check mark beside for each individual student. I don't always test your English, but I am painfully aware and carefully aware that you listen to me and that I teach you as I speak to you. And I think that's a good thing, and it is at its core why I'm making these videos. I want everybody to be more comfortable, and I want everybody to feel confident with their English. Yeah, you can watch Game of Thrones or whatever, all kinds of movies to work on your English as well. They ain't coming at you though, talking about airplanes. Um, I will be, right? And you just heard me. I used the word ain't. Sometimes my English is a little sketchy, but I promise I'll try to do better, and I'll be succinct in my pronunciation, and I'll try to be proficient. Knowing that you are going to model from me. And so yeah, we'll just chat. We'll chat about a little bit about theory, some of the words, ideas and concepts, stuff that's maybe going on in aviation, things that I don't ever want to like overcook you, right? I don't ever want to overdo you and make it too much, but just enough to get a little taste of your aviation English every day. And like I said, for those of you who already speak English, maybe you're new to aviation, just click on the video. Maybe we'll talk about something you haven't seen yet. Baby steps, right? I hope eventually, when I finally get a little bit better at making videos, because honestly I'm a novice, maybe we'll have some fun, right? It'll be fun, and hopefully you can learn something from me. Free of charge, right? Hopefully I can make it worth your time. I promise. Fingers crossed, I'll get better at making videos. So again, thank you.